Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Pranshu. I'm the founder and CEO of Trak. Thank you for being here. So I'll keep this short. I think I have 10 minutes allotted. No TV with the timer. I'll try to wrap it up in 6 minutes. So next slide, please. Cool. So just a quick slide. Who are we? What do we do? We are actually 17 years in the business, about 250 people on the payroll, 44 in engineering, way more than 16 years of expertise when you add up all 44 people. We've got roughly 800K vehicles on our Trak cloud. One of the questions that people ask me is, what cloud do we use? The answer is we don't use either of AWS or Azure or anything. The reason being, we started in 2008. In 2008, Amazon only had the S3 service, which is a storage service for storing large amounts of data. AWS, Azure did not exist. So, being from my previous life where I had managed servers, I started up setting up my own servers. Today, we are at roughly 200 dedicated bare metal servers scattered across the globe. We've got servers in North America, in Europe, in Asia, also in India, to tackle all the GDPR and other issues, geographic redundancy and whatever else. So the platform is scaling beautifully. Not that I have to do anything about it, the engineering team does. But 800K should be hitting 1 million vehicles by Diwali this year. And from a global perspective, there are not that many companies in the telematics domain that have 1 million devices on the platform. So we are inching towards that league. So we have an expertise in wireless communication, embedded, web and internet. Our primary focus is tailored, customized solutions for OEMs. We develop customized solutions in terms of hardware and software, and I'll get into that in just a bit. And we are, for the entire product life cycle from the genesis of the product in terms of design all the way to post-sale support and everything. Okay, no problem. We'll move on. I think I'll make it to the 6 minutes. Cool. So I already talked about the R&D. We got 44 people in the team. We've got dedicated business units within the engineering team for each OEM for different products. Our cloud infrastructure, I already spoke about that. Manufacturing. So we are at a 40,000 square feet facility. We've got state-of-the-art equipment, which would have been in the video. And we just set up a class 8 clean room to cater to the manufacturing. We are also in the middle of acquiring our own SMT line, actually 2 SMT lines. So the newer products that we're developing, which are more towards clusters, are 6-layer and 8-layer PCBs. So I am trying to do as much automation as possible. I like to say fully automated, but those kind of things don't exist in India yet, wherein you load all the raw material, which is electronic components in the pick and place machines. You load the PCBs on one rack, goes through the printer, stencil, goes through the pick and place, goes through the oven, automatically flips over, and then the bottom comes out on the other end. So that is the kind of plant that we are planning to set up. Hopefully it should be operational by this Diwali. So this Diwali we'll have our own SMT and we'll be clocking more than 1 million vehicles on the platform. Support, like I said in the previous slide, we do a full, from genesis all the way up to sales, after sales. So the 1 million plus or the 800K plus vehicles on the platform, we are obviously supporting all of our OEMs. We have OTA capabilities, we have FAEs dedicated for the OEM and in their R&D centers for any integration with telematics units. We also have feet on the ground. There have been instances where we have deployed people to various showrooms across the country to swap out devices, swap out SIM cards. I won't name names, but I think most of you know We had to switch from one telecom provider to another, and we had to swap out SIM cards. In terms of compliance, we are IATF compliant, ISO compliant, and we are also, our hardware is also now EU compliant, and we should be getting North America compliance also within the next 6 to 9 months. So clean room, already talked about it. Production capacity of over 70,000 single units, 70,000 telematics units, TCUs, in a single shift. We have currently 4 lines running on a single shift. We can always go 3 shifts, and then we've got extra spare capacity. Like I said, we are sitting in a 40,000 square feet facility, so we can easily run, multiple lines. We can run 4, 8, 16 lines, and we can cross 2 lakh TCUs per month capacity easily. In addition to TCUs, we are also making things like USB chargers, clusters, smart clusters, Android-based, infotainment systems for passenger car OEMs. So there's a lot of stuff happening. This 70,000 is for TCUs alone, telematics control units. And then we are setting up automated testing. There's a lot of testing that is done automatically. Again, this was in the video, but the operator just has to connect the TCU to the test jig and press a button on the computer. The computer does all the tests in terms of functional testing. We have all the equipment in terms of GPS repeaters, CAN simulators, everything is there. We have, leak testers for IP67 testing. So every single unit goes through all of this testing, and all the data is captured on the cloud. So if there is ever a failure in the field, and the OEM wants to know what went wrong, we have all the test data that the device was, the behavior that the device was exhibiting before it was shipped out to the OEM. And of course, workforce has to be skilled to be able to run a facility like that. There's obviously on-the-job training as per the IATF standards. All the compliances are in place. Things that were eye-openers to me was eye test. One of the auditors said, your workforce, your person is checking this. How do you know they can actually see? So we had to send the people to an eye doctor, and we get there, I think every 6 months is what the compliance is. Their eyes have to be tested, and that is on record. So you learn new things every day. So the full solution that we offer, starting from telematics hardware design, and for hardware design based on the OEM's cost and size requirements, the components are selected such. The PCB, whether it's 2-layer, 4-layer, 6-layer, 8-layer, has to be designed that way. So component selection, PCB design, routing, everything is done in-house. PCBs are sent for manufacturing, components are bought, all the firmware is done in-house. All of our products have OTA over UDS. We have done 10,000, 15,000 vehicles OTA over weekends. And then the cloud API for the apps, and then managed services beyond that in terms of support, OTA, in the field OTA, and other things. Some events that we have attended, the CES 2025 is the latest thing that we were there. Quite a show. Everything was about AI there. A lot of AI happening in the world. I believe that's it. Our OEM partners. Thank you very much.